a post inspection kind of deal?
Yeah, in our area, there's a lot of people, especially in the last year, that had to buy a house with no contingency, so no inspection. And I want to target certain geographical areas to those folks specifically.
All right. So let me see if I can find you one.
Okay.
Yeah. If not, I'll ask for one to be made and have it sent to you. It might take me a few days.
No worries. I want to set this up for January, so.
Okay. But you want it direct mail, correct?
I can mail them myself probably because it's going to be, 100 to this town, 100 to that town. So I can do it on my end if that's easier.
Oh, yeah. No, I just was wondering that you were going to have it printed. It's not digital, correct?
Correct. I'm going to have it printed and mailed right to the homes.
And do you want the smallest size, the 4x6, or?
No, the bigger one.
The bigger one?
The one that we use, the one that's similar to the size of the roadmap to revenue ones that we use.
Okay, right. So I think those are 8.5 by 5.5 or something like that. So, okay.
Yes.
All right. Sounds good. So let me see what I can do about that for you. Great.
And you can call me if you have questions on what you wanted to say. I mean, it's just simple. If you bought your house and didn't have an inspection, you can still have it done and learn about what you bought.
Okay. All right. Great. Still have it. Okay. All right. Well, I'll add that to my list, Steve, and see if I'll see how many days. That might take a little bit more with the holidays, but we'll see if we get that for you. And I know you said January was your target. So, okay.
Yeah, that's perfect. Whenever you can.
All right. Great. I'm so glad to see more people today that I haven't seen in a while. So that's great. Hope you all are doing well. Just taking questions from the audience. So truly, if you have a question, even though it just may pertain to you, believe me, you won't be the only one that would like to hear that answer. So I'll open it up to the floor. Anybody else have any questions I can help them with? Steve just asked for a postcard to be created for post inspections so that he can mail those out. So I'll work on that, get that in the queue with creative, see what we can do. Anybody else have any other questions that I can help you with?
You already answered my question about the blogs. I just haven't had a chance to read it yet because I just got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
A lot of people are having trouble with their digital IRG being sent out. I've seen a lot of it on Facebook, and we're having trouble with it too. Okay. That's kind of marketing, but not marketing. You know what I mean?
Yes. So I do believe that is an IT issue. We just talked about it in our team meeting this morning, and I know Matthew and Joel are working on that. But if you are still having issues, please let them know. But okay. Yeah. So they are.
Yeah, if it's being worked on, that's fine. We just.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, great. Anybody else have anything top of mind that they'd like to talk about? I always have some things to go over today, and happy to do that. So, but first, want to take your questions. And again, if it is specifically for your marketing, don't feel shy to ask if there's anything I can help you with. Anybody have any questions particularly this morning? Well, I guess it's afternoon. It feels like morning. All right. Okay, so some things I thought we could go over today. So I've had some fun requests, and one fun request was how to create QR codes and how to put them in things. So I worked this morning on Jeff Krause's, he's one of our franchise owners, I believe in Michigan, and he asked for QR codes, and I put together a little how-to on that. So you can make them dynamic, which means that you can make them and change it out on your end on a dashboard, or you can make them static and you can copy them and save each one for specific things. So I thought we'd talk about that a minute, only because I just spent most of the morning doing that. But also wanted to go over updating your website. So I put together a PowerPoint, but I'll show you. We'll go to a website and look at it. We're going to look at Matt Peck. If you know him, he's from Florida. We're going to let him be our guinea pig today. And we're going to look at his website and see how he updates with his articles, connects his social media, updates his team, and those kind of things. So those are really crucial for you all to understand how to do as often as you can do those, especially with articles. Blogs are the best way to increase your local SEO. And I put together a deck on how to write a blog. So some things to keep in mind when you're writing your blogs, or even if you get blogs from us, which I hope in 2022 that I'm able to supply you with the content of a blog. I write the blog, but I also insert areas where it says insert your location here. So it's very crucial in a blog to talk about your name, your location, your scheduling, your time that you offer, or I guess ancillaries that you offer, because then that reiterates your expertise in that area, especially when it goes on your website, because it helps Google crawl your website and go, oh yes, you talk about this. This means you must be an authority on it. Anytime that you can link to someone else's website. So if you have friends in your area or franchise owners in your area, I know Denver is taking advantage of their great camaraderie there, is that they're linking to each other's websites. So if Thomas Kelsey in Denver talks about one topic, and then Pablo in Denver talks about another topic, they mention each other in their blogs and they link to each other. So what this is called backlinking. And what Google says is, wow, Thomas must be an authority because he's got a link to Pablo's site who talks about the similar things. Pablo must be an expert because he's linked to Thomas's site. And so that helps your SEO. And that's a backlink strategy. It's very marketing, but if you purchase a place on a website that you put an article, get them to link to your website. So you're putting the article on their website, let them link to yours outside of the article. So that's another backlink. This also, the more backlinks you have to authority, to people who reiterate that you're an expert, this is another SEO strategy. We're getting very deep into SEO strategies here, but again, just knowing if you have friends, again, franchise owners in your area, they don't have to be HouseMaster. They could be neighborly brands. So you could talk about if there's water damage and, helpfulness from a plumber, blah, blah, blah. And you know that Mr. Rooter or Mr. Handyman in Neighborly has a blog because you've spoken to them recently. You could put together this plan and link to each other's pages. So happy to help with that if you need more detail, but that is a very short overview to a backlink strategy within SEO. So it just was top of mind as I was talking with some franchise owners this week. But let's get to it. I'll take you out to housemaster.com and I'm going to show you the areas that you can update so that when you change a team member, when you want to put your article, that comes to me for approval. And I do get a little behind in approving, so sorry about that, but I'm hoping to get better at that. The articles come to me for approval, and then I help you with your SEO. That's why it takes me a little bit, and I can show you how I do that, because I make sure that you have talked about your location. Your location is in your article. Your keywords, which we have spoken many times about, but I'm happy to share again. Our top keywords are in there. So all those things are crucial when you're adding your articles to your website. And even in introductions of your team members, make sure that you put in HouseMaster home inspectors, HouseMaster serving the Denver area, whatever your DBA is, use that as much as you can, even if it's in photos. So every photo will also have alt text in the photo, which means a little bar comes up at the bottom I don't know if I can show that here. You get one time to do that when you upload a photo and put in alt text. So you would put in your team member's new name, and then you would put HouseMaster Inspector, and then HouseMaster. Fill up all those characters with your location and information about your business on the website. So, all right, well, we'll get started. Let me share my screen. And I already have it pulled up over here. I thought it would be, since David, sorry, I know y'all can see all my crazy emails. Don't look at that. That'll make you crazy. It makes me crazy sometimes. So here is your HouseMaster dashboard, right? So this should be familiar to you. You log in and you can see your dashboard and what I've done. So if you log in, this is your, oh, it's going to make me do this again. Hold on. I timed out. Sorry about that. So let's see. Yeah. So I'm gonna be Matt Peck today. I don't think he'll mind. So you're used to seeing this. This is your dashboard. So you go over here to your dashboard and you click on local info. And that's where you can see your, and I just did a PowerPoint for David actually and for everyone else so that you can see what we're going to talk about. So customer greeting, that's this section on your front of your website, but this is the behind the scenes of your website, right? So you see the customer greeting, and anytime, so these are your sections. You have customer greeting, meet our staff, customer testimonials. So if you have one, you can cut them out. Local interest. We're going to go through each one of these very slowly. But customer greeting, this is where, again, what it looks like on your front page. This is the front page of your website. And you can change the size of this font. You can, well, at least you can in the articles. I say that. But when you edit it, you click on it and you can type in all your information. So let's look at, I'm going to bring up Matt Peck's page over here. HouseMaster. Oh, what is his number? Sorry, guys. I wanted to, let's see. Should have had this one up. So what's important is to just remember that you can edit this information. So this is, I thought this would be the front of his page. Sorry, should have got that. I didn't, but this is the part that you're editing, is the customer greeting on your website, this part. So you've seen that. That's where this is. And again, if you hit edit, customer greeting and cover image, you can change those things. And then when you want to update your, and again, this is step by step, but if you want to change how to update your staff, you go down here and you can create new meet our staff entry, and then you can add each of these. You can add a photograph and then talk about them. And I would always, again, use HouseMaster as much as you can in the names. And even if they are just an inspector, I would say HouseMaster Home Inspector. Just as much as you can use our keywords is really crucial. And there again, create customer testimonials. So if you have someone that wrote a great testimonial on your Google page, you can cut and paste that and put it here on your website. Or if you had them come straight from your website, it would show here. But here's the part that people really ask me about, and this is create a new local interest page. So that's where you go here and you create your local interest page. And this is what you're familiar, will be familiar to you. This is what you see. What I wanted to go over with you is the slug. So this is important to have, and I also update this for you on your behalf if it does not have our keywords in it, like HouseMaster, home inspection. Even if the title doesn't have those words in it, I try to figure out how to put those words in there, even in the title. And then, of course, you can then cut and paste and put your information here in the article. Now, really and truly, if we're doing a blog, I really highly recommend that you add headings. Headings are important in a blog because Google does search them. Heading meaning the first one is really important. The other two will follow. Heading two, you typically have 2 or 3 of those, and you write in small paragraphs. But you want to have over 1,000 words if you can, to really add credibility to what you're talking about. And there again, here's your ability to add an image and make sure that your image is you're not using someone else's image. You can purchase images, download images. I do use Canva, which is an app I've mentioned before. Canva has free images in their platform. I do pay for Canva. I think it's $12 a month. So within that cost, I'm getting use of photos that I don't have to pay for anywhere else. But then, of course, if you take pictures of yourself doing your job, then you don't have to pay for images. And I highly recommend using images of yourself, your inspectors, your office staff, as much as you can, because this adds credibility to what you do as well. And then again, as I mentioned before, this alt text, this is important to put your name or the person's name in the photo and the location, and add those keywords in there. HouseMaster, home inspection, serving the Denver area, or whatever your DBA is. So really crucial there. And then once that article is you've written that, then it comes to me for approval. And what I try to do, so I can log out of here and give you an idea of what that looks like. So what I can do here is show you this. So when I'm given an article to look at, it is a different, it's a different look. And I know I have many to edit, so I don't know why they're not. I'm looking for an approval. We'll look at one of the Horsemen's, because I know they have great articles. But when I go here, so this is what gives me a great opportunity. So the slug, of course, HouseMasters is in it, and then the SEO title, because we want as much as we can, home inspection, HouseMaster, and then SEO description. This is where I talk about, if you don't do, there's no space for you to particularly do that, but if it doesn't draw it from the article, then I put it here. I also add SEO keywords, and of course then the title. And then I try to add headlines if you don't have them in here. But again, they've done a great job of their contact information, and that's very, very crucial that you make sure that you constantly talk about that in your article in places where it seems relevant. We don't want any keyword stuffing where you just type in a bunch of keywords and they don't make any sense. So be mindful of that. And typically after I look it over, then and then there's a place for me to approve it. This has already been approved. So, but if there was an image here, then the alt text would be here, etc. So that would be really, really crucial there. So this is the part that I do when I approve articles. So we'll go back to accounts and look at the rest of the pieces, so that you can see, and I will impersonate Rich. So go to the dashboard, local information, and again, we're just back to the front. So this is just behind the scenes, your customer greeting, what you can do, meet our staff, customer testimonials, and then the local interest, that's where the articles are. You can put in your credentials. So if you have certifications, this is very crucial for people to see. And then down here at the bottom are your custom links. And I've also put together in the PowerPoint of how to do that, so that when you're looking at the top of your social, the top of your page. So let me give you an image of that. So if at the top of your page, you'll notice that you'll have your address and then these little buttons right here. And in order to link them, you need to you need to connect them to your social pages. And again, you have to go out to your social page. So I put this together in this presentation. So I've used my social media as an example. So here's the top of your website with the social links. So you have to go out to your Instagram, your Google, your Facebook, and get the URL, copy this link, and you will put it back in here where it says add link back to your website. So I do have a PowerPoint on step by step, so I'll send that out in a follow-up email today after our hour together, so you can have these and look at them closer. So I'll stop right there and see anybody have any questions on that so far. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty easy. It's just trying to remember how to find all the different places but once you do it a few times, I think you'll have it. So any
Hey, Jimmy.
Oh, hey Chris, how are you?
I'm good. I'm out in the field today, so just kind of popped in real quick. We'll have a moment.
Okay, great.
Where can I find this PowerPoint on Fran Connect?
Okay, so I'll show you where I will put it. I just made it today. David Mossman had requested this, so wanted to help him out. He's a great person to be a sounding board with, so I appreciate his insights to helping me help you for sure. So I will send this out in an email to follow up, which I try to do after every marketing hour, but it will be on Fran Connect. So let me show you where I store these pieces of information on Fran Connect. So I'll show you that right now. So I'm going to exit out all this technology, right? I'm going to log out of that so I don't accidentally change something. So if you go to Fran Connect,
it's easy to get lost in there with all that information.
Yes. So we're gonna let me just log out, so I'll show you how I get there. Okay, how about that? Oh, I need a new tab. Hold on. New tab. So this is my craziness. We don't want to show you that. Okay, so I'm going to log in to Fran Connect. So I'm already there. I'm logged in. It remembered me. Thank goodness. All the passwords, right? So what you'll want to do is once Fran Connect loads, you want to go to the hub. And then you want to go to the library. Just like in school, we're going to go to the library, and then you'll go to HouseMaster Services. And this pop-up will come up for you. Sorry, this will come up for you, this gray box. You're going to scroll down to marketing. And that's where all the marketing that we talk about that I do for you all. So we have, this is where you can find me, a marketing request. So here's the link to it if you need to request something. Here's our HouseMaster branded code of values. They are the green and white colors if you would like them. Everything you wanted to know about Google My Business, all you need to do is click on it. I have a deck step-by-step, how to improve your SEO as well. This is a checklist. So I have our logos here, our most up-to-date logos. Roadmap to revenue will live here. I'm hoping to do that this week. I'm running behind with that, so hopefully I'll get that up this week. I did a whole marketing hour on video marketing, and all that information is here. So after today, I will put the document here, and it will be how to update your articles, meet the team, and information on your HouseMaster website. One thing you might want to know, so for social media, if you wanted some assets to add to your social media, they're all here. So I upload them by month. And these are the holiday ones. If you're wanting to share more on your local page, we have all the holiday ones for Canada and the United States. CA is Canada, and of course, US is US. And then I get really lazy. Sorry, guys. So IG is another word for Instagram, in case you didn't know that. So this will be the size of an Instagram, which is square, versus Facebook, which is not square. So just be mindful of that if you're doing it yourself, just the different sizing so that it looks good when you post it. And then I also have on here our keywords, because I've had many questions for hashtags. So sorry, not keywords, but our hashtags. So I think it just takes you to download the file. So I just have our hashtags here. So if you want to cut and paste these and make them easy for you to have, these are some great hashtags to put in your social media posts, which also happen to be our keywords that we pay for in our pay-per-click campaign. So that's where I got them. And also they are hashtags that have some followers, if not many followers on social media. So this is where it is on Fran Connect. So if you have any questions on it, let me know. But we do have office talks. Now, I'm not going through all of these since I've started with HouseMaster, so I'm trying to go through them, but the ones with numbers next to them, those are ones I have put there for sure. So, all right, hopefully that helps. Gives you an idea of where you can find those things. So, all right, does anybody have any questions that I can answer? Oh, we have a question. So, yes, so I definitely recommend local hashtags. So if you know that in your area a hashtag that trends, so I live in Frisco, Texas, and I always, if I'm doing something out and about, when I worked my business full time, so I have a marketing company, that's what I would do full time. I would always tag Frisco City. I would look up what hashtags trend in your location. And the way you can do that is on Instagram, look up your city. So if your city has an Instagram account and they use hashtags, I would take some of those hashtags and add them to your post. So if you want to start being a part of the city and what it does, then you can add those there. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I was just curious because we also do a lot of hashtag Tampa Bay, Tampa, yeah. Obviously being here in Tampa, Florida.
Right.
Hashtag realtors, stuff like that, to basically try to get that out to them as well.
Yes, because they will be following those hashtags. Yes, on Instagram, Twitter are the two biggest ones, but Facebook, not as much, but LinkedIn for sure as well. And also if you're in realtor groups on Facebook and Twitter and or Instagram, I would tag those realtor groups as well. So yeah, no, that's perfect. That's great. That's great to hear, because I know that what you're doing is you're amplifying your post exponentially by putting the hashtags there, because you know your groups follow those hashtags. So yeah, no, that's great. Perfect. Love to hear it. All right, so any other questions about, so we just went over where you can find marketing information on Fran Connect, and then we did touch on hashtags. What I'd like to show you a little bit is how to use QR codes. So let me show you that real quick. I have that up over here on my other screen. So what I discovered, let me share my screen with you. So what I discovered is that Chrome has a QR code generator. Super easy. It's free. It's free to a point. So let me tell you the free part. So if you use Chrome, and I know there are other free QR code generators, I just happen to use this one. And I created a PowerPoint earlier today on this. So if we need to look at it, so you just ask for the QR code generator in Google. So search the QR code generator. Chrome has one. I added it. And the way you can find it is up here in the apps. So if you're on Chrome, you're using Chrome, which is the little rainbow guy. You're using Chrome, and I happen to be using Google as well as my search engine, but Chrome is what I'm using to find in my search engine. You go up here to apps. This little rainbow group right here. Now earlier this was not here. So once I downloaded it, it will be here, and you click on it and it will take you to the QR code generator. And I think I just closed it, but we'll go back. So you click on it. And this is what it looks like. So I have already created one. So just what I learned this morning was that anything you type in these areas, you can make a QR code out of. It is not a combination. This is a free service, and it is a static QR code, which means you cannot change it. Now, if you want to pay for this, isn't that funny, right? If we want to pay for anything, right, you can do all kinds of things. So if you want to pay for this, it's a nominal. Let's see, did I put on? I had that on here, how much it costs to make it dynamic, which means that you could use the same design and be able to change the links in it, and you would have to pay for that. And I think it's $5 a month to use this Chrome in a dynamic setting. But you know, if you just want to create a couple of different QR codes and use them statically, which means you have one for texting, so you have one. So what I did here for Jeff was that I made this his Google reviews. So he has put this QR code. Let me show you. So I made him 3 QR codes. They are static. So this is Jeff's contact information. If you scan this with your phone right now, you will see Jeff's contact information. If you don't know how to do that, go to your camera. Go to the camera and hold this over my screen or your screen, and you'll see that it comes up. So in the Google link, it says open G page in Safari. And you can see that this is a Google review link for HouseMaster serving Oakland County. And that's Jeff. And then, well, don't leave him a review, because you know that will mess him up. And then this one, this furthest one right here, Jeff's text message. So if you do that and hover over it with your camera, it'll be his cell phone number, and it says, you've reached Jeff Krause, HouseMaster Home Inspection serving Oakland County. Please text me for an appointment. We're happy to connect. So these are all downloadable. You can put these on PDFs. You can put these on your business card. You can put these anywhere. Recognize that these are static. If you want to pay for the dynamic one where you can change whatever this means, then that's a different version, and I just did the free one. So,
Jamie, as you know, I put those on the back of my business card.
Yeah.
I sent those to you. Within that takes me to Vimeo, and so I can upload and change. It's a static QR code, but it's a dynamic in the fact that I can change it in Vimeo. So, like, right. HouseMaster makes another video, I can add that. They'll be able to see it from there.
Right. Yes. So yes, that's exactly what I mean by dynamic. The graphic design does not change, but what it links to changes, and that's what they mean by being dynamic. So right now, this cannot be changed. It cannot. Jeff's text messages cannot be changed out to add YouTube videos. Because this is a free service. So, but if you want to get into it and you want to pay and you want this dynamic ability to change what it links to, just like David mentioned, then you can pay for that $5 a month or whatever QR code generator you want to use. Again, this just happens to be Chrome, and I created these for Jeff today. So.
With Vimeo, you can create QR codes too, because once I had an account, which was free, and I uploaded all the HouseMaster stuff and connected them all there, I just right-clicked and it said create QR code. It puts a little dinosaur in the middle, which I didn't like. My son got rid of the dinosaur, but
yes.
But I mean, it's just a right-click and you create it.
Yes, so some of them, yes, I know you can add logos to it. It depends on what level I think you pay for. You could even put a HouseMaster logo in the middle. Again, I just did the free version. But yes, you can go crazy. Yes, you can go crazy with your QR codes for sure. But I will put this deck on Fran Connect as well, so that you can have that step by step, and you'll be able to take pictures of Jeff's information if you'd like to. Poor Jeff is my guinea pig today. But yes.
I actually use QR codes on my kids' Christmas gifts. So on their presents, I put a QR code. They had to take their phone, and then they had a riddle, and they had to solve the riddle to be able to open the present. So I used QR codes a long time ago.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't know if my kids would like that too much, to stop the ripping and tearing. But it made Christmas last a little bit longer, right?
That was my idea, to make it last. I had to solve the riddle. My problem was my riddles were too old and they didn't understand them.
Well, maybe they learned something then too. So yes, my kids roll their eyes at me as well. I know the feeling. So I even aged myself this morning. Someone was talking in the team meeting about a show, and I said, "Oh, what station is it on?" And everybody goes, "Wow, Jamie, did you really say that?" I go, "Yeah, I couldn't help it. I don't know. It just came out." Anyway, so QR codes, if you want to use them, super easy to make. Add them to a PDF. If you need me to add them to a PDF, happy to do that for you. So no worries with that. I was trying to think. So happy to go over Google My Business again with you all, because I know that is one that people need to be posting to. So if you don't post to your Google My Business, I highly recommend you do that. So let me show you how to do that. What I hear from franchise owners is that Google My Business is one of the best free services out there. Of course, all social media is free, but Google really, really helps you rank higher if you partake in the Google My Business profile. And I think that they just updated it.
Hey, Jamie?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I had a helicopter flying in my background, and I didn't want that noise to interrupt the meeting. I did have a question about the static QR codes before we get off that topic, if that's okay.
Sure. Yeah.
How many of those free static QR codes do we have access to? Because I saw that Mr. Mossman had several of them. Can I make, when you mean they're static and they're free, I could get like 5 or 6, one for my text messages, one for my business card, stuff like that?
Yeah, no, you can make as many as you want. It's literally cool. Just make it right there. Now, so let me show you, where did it go? Hold on, give me a second here. So this, let me share my screen again. Oh my gosh. Okay. So it gives you the opportunity to make any one of these. So you can add a URL. So this could be to your website. This could be to your appointments. This could be, again, I used it for Google. The Google review link I put here for Jeff. This is, you could type whatever you want in here. This could just be, you want to have this QR code and you can have this in here. You can have this as your contact information, all of it, how people contact you. What I liked about the contact one, that you could have your contact information, is that I can add you as a contact in my phone. So if I clicked on Jeff's contact information, this one right here, if I clicked on this one right here, this just pulls it up in my phone and this says add as a contact, and you get added to someone's phone super fast and they don't have to enter it in line by line. So that's what I thought, could really be nice for your customers. The app you have to pay for, so I'm not sure what this does because I didn't pay for it. So maybe one day I'll look into that. And then here's the phone number for them to call you. This could just be the QR code to call you, or here's the text. And if you downloaded this one to text, this has Jeff's phone number to text him, and then you could type the little message that's here. It shows up. The thing about this is you download it right here. So we'll just do my phone number. Hi, it's me. So if you all want to take a minute, and here we go. So all you do is type in your phone number or put in the URL, and if there's text, say that, and you download it and you give it a file name. So then you would save it as the different things. So you would say, oh, this is this is the text, Jamie's text. This is Jamie's contact information, you know, etc. So, and then.
Awesome. Thank you for walking me through that. That's pretty helpful.
Yep. And then you just download it, and here it is. Take a picture of this, and you all can text me right now through this QR code. If you take a picture of it with your phone, it'll come right up. I will get tons of text. It says it's me, and it texts it to me. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. I don't know. They're kind of, you know, it's just one of those things. So yeah, so that's QR codes. Hopefully that helped everybody. So let's see. All right, so we're going to go back to Google just so that you know how to post to Google and make sure that you're keeping Google up to date of what you're doing, because you know Google rules the world. What can we say? I think Amazon was down the other day, not Google, but anyway. All right, so if you go to your Google Business Profile Manager where your dashboard lives and you want to create a post, here you go. So you can make it an offer. You can talk about what's new. So if you've added a new ancillary to your business, or you just got a new car wrapped, or you just added a team member, I mean, anything, it's very much like social media. So anything new, what's going on in your business, highly recommend you not only post it on Facebook and Instagram, but don't forget Google. Unfortunately, right now, LavaSurf does not post straight through to Google. So if you use LavaSurf as automated social media posting, it does not do that for you. So you will have to go into your Google account and post separately. It's way no fun like that, but sorry about that. Hopefully one day we'll have a platform where they can do all of these. Anyway, so we're going to talk about what's new today. So we're going to pick a photo, and I have photos saved. So if you do this on your phone, it's a lot easier for the photos, but I do, because I live on desktop most days, I do have some pictures. So we're going to pick, I don't think I've put that one there yet. Oh, I don't want to put this on his account. Sorry. Let me go to HouseMaster Corporate and make sure, and then I can show you exactly how we do it. Master. Here we are. All right, so back to where we were, creating a post, and we're going to do what's new, and I'm going to go to my photos, and I'm going to select a photo. So I have them in pictures. Again, doing it from your phone is pretty easy, because if you're out in the field, if you're doing something, add a photo, you can add more. Don't forget your, if you can type, you'll get them in there, because when everybody's watching, I can't type. Inspection. HouseMaster, I want to put in home. Sorry guys, bad typing today. Home inspection. Now, I would highly recommend you writing something about your post. Don't just let it be 3 words, but I would give it some detail if there's something in this photo that you want to talk about. If there was, you know, something with the inspection, or you've added a team member talking about them. But I would also add the button to your call to action. So the acronym for this is called a CTA. So marketing speak, it's a CTA, it's a call to action, which means we want them to do something. We either want them to book with us, buy, not necessarily in our realm, learn more. That's an option. Sign up for an appointment today, call now. All these things are crucial. And when you pick one, crucial to your business, and when you pick one, then you will need to put in your phone number here, call now, book now. This is where you would put a link to your website. So go to your website, copy your URL of where your appointment link is. Make sure it's your appointment link, and copy that here. And then you would say publish. I'm going to have to say none because I don't have a link. So I'm just going to say publish. So here is my latest post that you will be able to see on your dashboard. And if you click here, you can see more. These are all the posts we have done. Every time I do a little training, I add. So I'm adding to our corporate page as you should be doing more frequently than I am for your local SEO. And again, it organizes it by offers, what's new, events. So if you have an event that you're sharing with someone or you're hosting an event, etc., education wise or working with a realtor or a title company, those kind of things, highly recommend you put it here on Google so that when people are searching, they see that you're busy in your business. You can also share to your social media platforms. So if you post it here and want to share it there, that's a great way to like interchange the conversations between platforms. Really great plan to help yourself with time, because I know it takes a lot of time. And then if you view yourself on search, you should be able to see our latest photo. Here it is, 1 minute ago. So then when people come here, they know that we are in business right now. We do talk to our people about reviews, our customers who leave them. And so we really are open for business. And that's what people are searching, of course, for our ratings and our reviews. So there you have it, a quick reminder of Google My Business. Any questions? I'll stop sharing. I know I've been talking a lot.
I have a question. I did this. You can tell me if I did it right. We had we've been doing quite a few different office talks. So at the end of the office talks, I had permission, took a picture of the group that I was talking to. Then I posted it on Google My Business. I hashtagged everybody's name that was in that group. And I had told them I was going to do that. Does that connect me to them? And then I also put their website, our website, and all those hashtags that you had before.
Well,
the proper way?
Well, I love that you had such a great effort. I know that was probably a lot doing that. So what I love is that you took a picture. What I love is that you were on social media. What I love is you're using hashtags. What I would recommend next time is putting the @ symbol. So what platform were you on?
I was on Google My Business. I mean,
I was doing Google My Business,
just like you just said.
Oh, okay. So
the picture was of them.
So yeah, no, I'd have to look up how you can tag people in Google, because on Facebook or Instagram, even on Twitter, you do the @ sign and their name and then it tags them. But on Google, I don't know. I'll have to look that up, because Google, I don't know, right? Because you're not really connected to them. But hashtagging realtor or their realtor group or that could help, that could come up. And I'll have to look on that too for hashtags on Google, because I'm not sure that particularly works as well as it does on like Facebook and Instagram. But I'll get back to you on that. But I love your effort. Like, then you could have shared.
I just tried. If it didn't work, what's I have to lose?
Hey, I'll tell you what, the social media police, as we all know, will not come along and tell you, unless you're talking about political things, will not come along and tell you that it's wrong. So you're good. So we'll just.
Is it Mike Mossman? I'm sorry. David, I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah, you should definitely take advantage of doing the @ symbol, like on Facebook, Instagram, those other platforms, LinkedIn. I did that a couple of times, and now the realtors, when they're at the inspection taking videos, they'll do the @ symbol and put HouseMaster Tampa, or in your case, whatever you're doing business as. But it basically connects their audience with yours, and it's been very helpful.
Okay, great, thanks.
Yeah, let me show you real quick what Lilio's talking about, and David too. So let me show you this real quick. I know we only had a few minutes, but I can do it pretty fast. Hold on. Let me get my Facebook over here. So I'm going to use my personal Facebook just so that I can tag some people I know, and then you can know what I mean. So if I use my HouseMaster Facebook, it's not as good. All right, so this is my personal Facebook page, and this should work for you, because through your business, you should be connecting with realtor owners. So all I did was open up Facebook. Oh my gosh, I know it's a lot to look at. But here's where we want to be. So this is my personal Facebook page, and I want to go to posts right here. So I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to say what's on my mind. And if this was my business, I would say, you know, had a great, oh my gosh, y'all, can't type, had a great meeting today with, and here's where we go. So you either can tag the group, so people will come up. So I'm going to tag my kids' school, right? Okay, so I had a great meeting today with Memorial Class of 2025. This is where you could put the realtor group if you are already a member of that. And then I would tag individual people. So my husband gets to be in on this. And then let's see, who else can I tag? But it has to be right next to the A. So you do that ampersand and then right next to them, and you start typing their name. And if you're connected to them, which you should do in advance before you post, because if you do it after, they will not be tagged as easily. It could still come up in their feed, and it probably will if they engage with you. But the algorithm is written on Facebook so that you only see people who engage with your posts. So you really need to try to connect with them before you be friends with them on Facebook before you put the post on here. So here's my friend Erin, and I'm going to tag one other friend. Okay, Mary Beth. Right? So all these people, every time I put in someone's name, at, and then their name, and it shows up, then they will get tagged in this. This will come up in their feed. So whoever manages the group's feed that you have just put in there as well, this post will come up there and they will like it and talk about it. But it amplifies your post because it will come up in 1, 2, 3, 4 feeds right now because I've tagged 4 different people and a group. Well, all 4 pieces, right? So then you finish typing whatever. I'm not going to really post. So you finish typing whatever you say. You're going to add your picture, right? So you got to add your picture and make sure, it's a picture. And then you can even tag people in the photo. So this is Facebook, and then you post it, right? So then again, this tagging people, and you can do this on Instagram, you can do this on LinkedIn, and you can do this on Facebook. So that's what we mean by tagging people. You say at, and then their name. And if it doesn't come up, sometimes, let's see if I can think of, so if I'm not connected to them, this is what will happen. So nothing will happen, right? Because I'm not connected to Julie, but here she is. She came up. So I can tag her if it comes up somehow because they find me, right? But I'm not, I have one mutual friend, but I'm not connected to her. So if they're on Facebook, I think it tries to find them. So, but there you go. That's the tagging on Facebook. And again, on Instagram and LinkedIn, it all works the same, and Twitter as well. It all the same with the ampersand in their name. So tag them so it comes up in their feed, and tag the cities that you're in, groups, etc. So yeah, and use your hashtags. All right. Any other questions today? We've gone over some cool stuff. I'm excited about QR codes today. Anybody else have any other questions that they just are dying to ask? Marketing can be a big thing. So don't let it overwhelm you. Just pick one thing and try to learn that very, very well. Like pick Google and add your stuff to Google on a regular cadence. The algorithm really likes it when it can count on it every day. This adds to your authority and ranks you higher above other people who don't. So it's a simple thing, consistency, like most everything. That's the key, isn't it? So, but yeah, don't let it overwhelm you. It can get that way. Don't be thinking.
Hey, Jamie.
Yeah.
by any chance, do you have anything already built that teaches you how to link from Google My Business page to your social media account? So if I post there, it posts automatically to there. Right now, I have it where I post to one social media and it spreads it out through all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't have my Google My page connected, and I think that's more valuable, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know that there's an automation from Google. I'll have to look it up for you because I don't know. Google doesn't like to play well with others. I know you find that hard to believe.
Okay, my bad. I thought you mentioned that there was a way that we could post to Google My page and it automatically links it to like Facebook, Instagram, and stuff like that.
Oh,
I misunderstood you.
Oh, sorry. Yes. So you can share from your Google post, share it out to social media, but you'll have to do it right when you do the post. It's not.
Okay.
Yes. Do you want me to show you that? I'll show you that real quick.
No, well, I don't want to bother everybody else with it. I just was wondering if you had like a tutorial or something already created for that.
Well, it's super easy. I'll just show you right now. It's not, when you do your posts right here, this is the button. And just share it. And then if you have, so share it to your Facebook. I don't know if this is linked, so let me see if it's linked. Let me see if it'll go. Yeah. So here is my, now this is going to, I want to share it to a page I manage. This is my personal business. So yes, it's allowing me to share it straight to my Facebook page. Not my HouseMaster one, but it is sharing it to my personal one or any pages that I manage, and it gives me the option. So this is my business page, my marketing company. So yeah, you'd be able to do it right there.
Awesome, thank you.
But again, it's just not automatic. And I guess what threw me off was your automatic. But yes, right here you can choose. So evidently you can only choose Facebook or Twitter from Google.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. So there you go. So Facebook or Twitter on that from Google. So there you go. Yeah, it's not very easily automated, again, which I love. I personally love Hootsuite. I've used that for many years, and for the automation and time saving. If you can take advantage of LavaSurf and scheduling your posts in advance, it really will save you time. But, you know, don't be afraid to use your stories to say, oh, here I am right now. So the stories that they have on Instagram and Facebook is what's going on right this minute, what's going on right now. And again, there's no rule, but that's how I like to use them, is like, I just posted to my HouseMaster account, marketing hour starting now. So I like to do for stories, just little fun, you know, right now, but people use video on stories and put sayings on stories. It's just another way to amplify what you do. So, all right. Well, it was great to see everybody. I want to say, I don't know that am I having a marketing hour next week? I think I am. So next week will be my last one for December. So if you all have questions, I'll be on here next week, but then I'll be out the week of Christmas, and I hope you all will be able to take a little time off and spend time with family during the holidays as well, because even having your own business, you should take a little time off so that you're refreshed and be able to handle all those great clients you'll have coming in. So anyway, you all have if there's no more questions, y'all have a great day. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Jamie.
All right. Bye, guys.